on Telegram. There were raids going on that were literally minting out 100 like plus within minutes. And there was a really, really vibrant community that I hadn't come across in the 2 months trading meme coins prior. Now, when that yeeted down to the downside, lots of people panicked, lots of people exited, and of course, the dev was one of them. Now, you can call it mental illness, you can call it a set of spuds, you can call it whatever you want, but for some reason, I felt necessary to jam 60 solid at the lows. And that is where the birth of the community takeover began. So, basically from there, we scrambled very quickly, and I say we, there was such a solid core group of contributors that essentially banded together, got new communities up, got new socials up, got the Telegram back up, and the CTO was underway. Now, obviously along the way, people managed to pick up lots of the supply very cheap, very early. So any sort of moves to the upside were quickly being yeeted back down to the downside. But for some reason, these degenerates in the voice chat were not wavered. They were vibing. We were listening to music. We were cracking jokes. And yes, we were insulting the cheaters. Then all of a sudden, things started to run. People started to believe. And I believe that was the beginning of a new paradigm of what meme coins can be, particularly on Solana. So from there, very quickly, again, the community were absolutely firing on all cylinders, and we rapidly shot up within the first 2 days, right up towards I want to say a $5.6 million market cap all-time high, and people started to believe in something new. Now, again, where I jammed in at the lows, I quickly somehow became to stumble across sort of a main character arc, and people quickly started to realize who it was, and the beginning of something special was born. So what I set out to do with this coin, and what the core contributor team set out to do with this coin in the B-Run, is to define a new narrative of how community coins can be received in the mainstream. At the moment, anyone who has a business worth risking does not want to associate anything to do with a meme coin. Now, meme coins are community coins, and there have been talks about this by very influential people years and years ago, and we're starting to see that meta go as the bull market is in full swing. So quickly we realized that we were slowly but surely defining a new meta, and I then risked basically my reputation and my businesses going into a raise for a new SaaS product that I'll mention later in the spaces. But I believed that there was a test for what a new community coin could be, and what a narrative to have basically a founder with something to lose, with something to risk, a face to the name that is going to be leading a charge. Again, when I say leading a charge, there was 28 contributors very early on that all banded together, created memes, created soundtracks, created videos, and created an experience for people that they wanted to be around. And that is why we quickly shot up to the upside. Now, unfortunately, some of those bad eggs that were in the core contributor community were managing to basically host spaces. I won't name names because I don't want to give them any credit, but managed to host spaces, shout higher while dumping live on the community that we were trying so hard to build. That quickly got sussed out, and they were removed, and then the beginning of what we are seeing now as was born. So again, where we are sitting right now, there is a narrative to say that we can absolutely try and test the boundaries of what social influence can do, and that is essentially what we're trying to do here. I ran the 3K account up, I jammed 60 solid, and I fell asleep. I woke up the next morning and I had 160,000 US sitting in my phantom. Now, lots of people seen that. Again, I've got businesses to risk. I've got a reputation that I've worked insanely hard to build to risk. And people were quite confident that I wasn't going anywhere. And then that really, really solidified the thought I had around what these community coins can be. So instead of eating like the pussy dev did before me, I supplied liquidity, I gave up percentage of allocation to get creative directors in. I basically informed and brought in game developers. I brought in graphic designers. I brought in callers, so trending, whatever we could possibly do. And then I committed 60K US to the liquidity pool. From there, we started pushing to the upside. And again, the early cheaters that had still a few remains of their bags pushed it right back to the downside again. Now, for anyone who has been in a meme coin that has run into the multi-millions and then dropped back below 1 million, you very, very rarely see that recovery happen again. But what we managed to see, again, with the 100 plus people consistently 24 hours a day in the voice chat, is people weren't going anywhere. There was a certain level that people were not willing to drop below. I had been basically building my career over the last 7 years in the ecosystem. Started off as a trader, working professionally in the space since 2020. And we quickly found that I was able to build some pretty cool communities. One of them, I'm not sure that they want me to say, but I'm going to take the risk here and I'll die on the sword if it gets me punished. But I had basically helped co-found and build Super Team UK, which is an accelerator on Solana, which helps launch and scale businesses into the ecosystem. So people quickly realized who I was, the team I had behind me, the funds I had behind me, and the plans I had for the coin. Now, fast forward 5 days, we've gone through many conversations in the community, many conversations around what's the marketing plan, your typical bot behavior, coming in and asking what's going on. Especially as the price started to go down, we started to get more and more new faces come in and complain about the price. But that same core community turned up over and over again. Now, we were hosting a build station that was basically accelerating people into the Solana hackathon, the Renaissance hackathon that has just closed. For anyone in this space that has submitted, congratulations, it was a grind. But essentially, people quickly caught on that I had basically been leading a contributor takeover of this coin. So these people that we've been helping for the last 6, 7, 8 months have basically been coming in the dribs and drabs from the first day, basically saying they bought into the coin, it's a cute coin, they like the sound of what it's doing, and they were making a bet on myself and the people that I've got helping push this forward. So we quickly began to establish a higher and higher floor. And again, the holder base became more and more people that either knew me personally or had dealt with me in business and knew I wasn't the sort to go anywhere. So that created an element of trust that simply hasn't been replicated in any meme coin that I've been a part of. And this is where we're trying to define the new narrative for what community coins can be. There is no reason why people with legit businesses and legit risks to lose cannot create community coins in the name of trying to push boundaries of what's possible on the blockchain. And that's essentially where we are. Now, as we were up and down, to and throwing around on the chart, people quickly got wind that myself and my co-founder of a product that we're going to be launching soon had just basically opened a raise for at an $18 million valuation for the world's first decentralized market making tool. And people quickly began to realize the pedigree of the team that was behind. So there was 9 people on the first day of the community takeover, all masters of their craft in their absolute prime, all panded around the table for 36 hours straight, creating content, pushing raids, bringing people in to help support. And essentially, that is where the core contributor base came from. We are now 40 strong. We are now pushing up towards the all-time highs where we were extremely cheated on by a previous contributor. And we are back in full swing of where we're looking to go. Now, what has been the catalyst to throw us off the floor today? Now, like anything, good news takes time to build and distribute. And we have been really, really cooking in the background. So firstly, I want to say, market making is something that is an accepted practice in TradFi and crypto. It is how you are able to add more volume into the wicks, which will minimize price impact and allow people to buy in with minimal price impact. So for anyone like me who got some decent returns on a meme coin, but you want to sell, you'll see the price impact versus what you've got. You're probably getting between 60 to 70% of what the coin is actually worth. Now, if you have volume, the more people that buy into that wick, the more chance you have of getting a better price for the sell. So basically, this is where we then began to start to test, right, what can we do in terms of defining two new narratives? There is a social play, and then there is a play around exposing the, I want to say shady, centralized market makers. Now, having experienced with some of them, again, not all of them bad, some of them are very high-level operators, very solid outfits, but there are a large majority that absolutely screw whoever they come onto list. So, again, guys, for anyone who doesn't think coins get market made, you can check the T's and C's of centralized exchanges, and you can see for yourself without market making, you are not getting listed on any exchange. So we are trying to break down transparency barriers that are currently being put up, but more importantly, we're trying to basically put everything into the spotlight and operate in the true ethos of Web3. And that is basically what brings us to our community today. And we have been very, very lucky to generate such a core holder base to the point where we have got some legit hustlers both in Web 2 and Web 3. So I'm going to give a little breakdown as to what we are building in the background. Now, in just 2 days, Solana Dean, he is in the chat. He was going to be coming up, but this shit app won't let me bring anyone up. He basically whipped up a game within 2 days. This is a Super Mario style game. We are currently testing the final test now, and that will be going live on the Play Store for all to play. That will be paired with a 1 million Tert giveaway for the highest score over a 7-day period. And depending on the market cap, that could really change someone's life. Now, as every day we surged through, building and building, trying to push the realms of possibility, something new came and we leveled up every day. So with that game, we met someone who came on to he's Web2. He's only over 100 million streams worldwide on his music productions. He gets 500,000 monthly listeners. He's worked with the likes of Love Island. He's worked with the likes of Pepsi and a number of other brands that I'll leave to him to explain in volume 2 of the spaces later this week when we can sort out this absolute car crash of an application. So we very quickly span up a absolutely fantastic soundtrack that is going to be paired with the game. Getting to watch someone in their prime, an expert that had been at the top of their field, just grinding in a shared co-working space, getting to see them in their absolute element for 4 hours straight. And that is where the soundtracks that you have heard at the start of the spaces have come from. So, Dre, Anecdote, I want to give you a special shout out. And we will definitely make sure that we're doing another spaces to intro everyone that has been contributing. So we've got Dre, we've got Solana D. That is the game. Now, what we have had go on today, and I can't believe I'm being able to say this, one of the holders, his brother-in-law, I don't know whether he owns some form of garage or a high-performance supercar lot, but he has a 2,000 horsepower Lamborghini, and he is willing to wrap it in Tert. Now, for anyone who cares about their cars or is in love with their cars, you would know that that is a very, very, very kind thing for him to offer, and we absolutely intend on doing that. Now, what is the point in hiring a Lambo or wrapping a Lambo unless we don't absolutely capitalize on what we can do with it? So there is, again, to showcase the holder community and the quality of it. One of our holders is well connected in the music scene. He has been working with a 6-time platinum producer who has worked with the likes of Juice WRLD, NBA Youngboy, Birdman, Migos, and a number of other rappers and big influential artists. And We are absolutely not confirmed, and I don't want to get into a habit of making announcements that aren't over the line, so we'll make this a first and last. But we are basically building the blocks to essentially shoot one of the best and bullish videos of 2024. We're going to have a fully wrapped Tert custom Lamborghini that puts like 2,000 horsepower, and potentially one of the biggest names in the rap industry that are going to be filming the soundtrack with us. Now, again, that is not confirmed, so please do not hold me to that until we're able to get it over the line. But things are looking very, very special. Now, I want to go back into the market making bot and how that ties in to Tert. Now, Tert, again, where we've been open and honest with the community from day one, we held a bit of a discussion on voice chat where everyone got together and got to voice concerns, got to voice opinions, and this is essentially where, because we were on very little sleep, we accidentally leaked what we were building. But from there, I thought, fuck it. We're being transparent. This is absolutely along the ethos of what we're trying to do. So we opened up and said, this is what we were building. The conversation transpired, and basically we need a test subject, and Tert is that test subject. So we are going to be trialing and refining and working on the bot in intermittent hours. So the community are on board. Everyone's bullish. Everyone's looking forward to seeing what the new heights are. And I wish I could bring him up on stage, but I just want to give special props to someone who I've been growing more and more close to over the coming time. So essentially, there is in the listening audience, there is a 18-year-old generational talent that is essentially been building on the blockchain since he was 11 years old. He started off as a core contributor for a number of DAOs. He was on the founding team for the Avian network, which ran up to $200 million market cap. He was there at 13 years old. And essentially, I won't name the centralized exchange partner, but we were helping one of our community members engage a market maker for their coin. And this is where we saw a real fundamental imbalance with centralized market makers and what could be possible. So if anyone has ever used one, you will quickly know that centralized market makers basically hide true wallet volume into overall volume. So we were never able to tell how much volume was being generated by the service we paid for and how much volume was being generated organically. The only reason we found out, because the coin shut itself, and then it was fully reliant on the market making bot, and they were trading 5 to 7K under the agreed amount per day. I believe over the 19 days that we paid for the 30, it was under the amount. We caught this luckily only because there was no organic buy pressure on the token. And that was basically the beginning of what young King Junaid, for anyone who knows him, basically started building. So he went away, and within 2 days, and working with decentralized market making bots that we have just taken and announced an angel round for, and is currently already oversubscribed at an $18 million valuation. We plan to absolutely showcase the power of what an open and transparent community can operate on, as well as what an open, transparent market-making service can look like. So with the bot that we are launching, essentially you'll be able to see true wallet volume and compare it against organic overall volume. Without turning too much into a bulk shield, I want to get back to the coin. So I've got people requesting to speak. I'm going to try and bring them up, see if it runs us again. But if not, we should be able to hear from the team. So just going to get, I'm a bit of a boomer, so just going to get I'll say technical support to help bring people up and see if we're able to do so. But in the meantime, while he's doing that, again, guys, I am currently sat on, I want to say, 260,000 US worth of Tert. Now, this was never about money. I recorded on my phone 4 days ago when we took over exactly what my intention was. And I am willing to burn 80% of my holding, which is around 5%, at a certain market cap to take us to parabolic news and social proof. Now, I've said this live on Spaces. I said this live in the voice chat. And I'll say it live every fucking year, day, week, however long it takes to get to where we want to be. Now, what I'm planning to do is define exactly what a new meta could look like for community calls. And unfortunately, there is a rug on the spaces, and I can't bring any of the people that we have planned to bring on and speak to. So apparently we can bring them up, so we'll shut up and we'll have a look in a moment. But essentially, I'm not going anywhere. I'm putting my absolute reputation on the line. I want to make sure that people can buy into a coin that they can be confident in. The people in the community, the amount of people that go to sleep and say that they're able to sleep well, knowing that they're not going to wake up to a run, is exactly why we're pushing forward and defining the realms of possibility when it comes to these social coins. I'm getting the thumbs up, so it's looking like we can approve people. So bear with me one moment and we'll look to get in. Okay, so I've just got word that we can now bring the speakers up. Twitter has sorted its shite out, so we are going to start bringing the speakers up that we had originally planned. There should be at least 5, so guys, please, if you are still here, raise your hand and we'll bring you up onto the spaces. Bringing people up. Please, I can't see anyone in the space on the PC, so once you're in and once you're approved, please just drop me a hello and let me know you're with me. Dean, looks like your mic is off. Are you there, brother? Not looking good. Not looking good, is it? It was going so well, guys. It was going so well. But while we try and work in the background, I'll continue rambling. But again, guys, going back to what we're trying to do here, I want to basically define a new meta. I want to encourage more founders in the space that people respect and follow to test what community coins can be. And again, I think as long as you're setting an expectation with the community and you're not selling the news and you're not selling the dream, you're literally testing the boundaries of what could be possible on not only Solana, but in the entirety of Web3 and the token ecosystem. But again, guys, unfortunately, it is running, so we're not able to bring anyone up. But guys, what I want to basically speak about is these people that are spending their hard-earned time, their money, putting their absolute schedules to Tert. Oh, we have noise. Who's coming into the space? Okay, I'm just going to assume that that's not possible. So again, we have an incredible amount of people that are willing to commit their time into this space, and we absolutely will do another space to bring these people up. So again, it's not looking like we're able to bring anyone up without kicking them out of space completely. So I don't know what's going on there, but guys, I'm trying to give you the backstory. I'm trying to give you the insight as to what we're building here. And I encourage any founder that has been thinking about launching a token, launching a meme coin, and experimenting with the community, please come and reach out to me. Please come and speak to me, and we will work together to see what that looks like. But much beyond not being able to bring anyone up, I'm not going to ramble on and torch everyone's time. The only thing I will say is we are defining a meta. We have IP that I believe is kid-friendly. We have a community that is willing to bust the guts to absolutely further advance the value and the contributions to the ecosystem. They're making voice chat a great experience to be around. So any person new coming into the chats are having a positive experience. Again, I'm writing a book around environmental experiences. The environments that we create.
Hi guys.
Oh, here we go.
Kobe's voice just got okay. Is it just me? Thank you.
He's speaking.
He's speaking?
Yeah, Kobe's speaking on the, I think this is her account.
Mm-hmm.
But what were you saying? You named my phone? Right, I can hear a voice chat. So bear with me one moment. I believe I'm getting run from Telegram now. So bear with me one moment. All right, mate. Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot we can fucking do. So, guys, again, I will basically commit to Wednesday, same time, same place. We're going to bring everyone that has been contributing into this ecosystem. We're going to bring Mr. Lambo up to talk around why he's letting a load of absolute degenerate lunatics wrap his car in a turtle. And please, I strongly, strongly advise you to tune in because we will hopefully have an update on what we are hoping to shoot as well. So, guys, I'm not going to keep torching time. I'm not going to keep rugging the space. I'm going to keep it short and sweet and leave you looking forward to Wednesday. Thank you very much for coming out for the Tert Volume 1 cast, and we shall see you the same time again on Wednesday. Apologies we couldn't make it happen today.
Mm.